Hi there, welcome back to the channel, and let's go ahead with the continuation of Seaborn tutorial. As you remember, in my previous videos, we have been talking about three top functions in Seaborn. So relplot for relational understanding of the data, displot for understanding the distributions of data, and we are starting our catplot, which is for categorical data. So in short, what is categorical data? Categorical data is anything that you can break into several classes or categories. For example, if you have some data from a restaurant that you can break into the sales on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So these are categorical data. Or if you can break your data into male and female, categorical data. Rainy or sunny days, again, categorical data. So essentially, you are able to put your data in several different buckets and say this is one class. In categorical plots in Seaborn, we are going to be looking at strip plot, which is today, swarm plot, box plot, violin, point, and bar plot. Let's go ahead and see what is a strip plot. Before I tell you what is a strip plot, I want to show you this scatter plot from the restaurant data that I have been working on. So what you can see on the x-axis is the total bill, the amount of money that people spent in this restaurant, and the amount of tip they paid to the staff in the restaurant on the y-axis. So I am comparing two variables against each other, total bill against amount of tip. However, imagine I were to understand, I don't really care about the tip. I really want to understand the data for male and female customers in this restaurant and how much money they spent. I don't care about a second variable. It's one category variable, so male and female, and one total bill variable, which is the amount of money they spent. Or if I were to understand how much people spent on different days, say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and amount of money they spent. So one categorical variable and one continuous variable. So if I look at the days as a category, the scatter plot will look like this. So this is called a strip plot, but in essence, it's a scatter plot for only one variable over different categories. What you can see on the y-axis is the total bill amount, and that's divided by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So strip plot, in essence, is a complementary plot to other plots. Say if you had some box plots or some violin plots, and if you wanted to show the actual data on them, you could use a strip plot. What I'm showing right here is just a scatter plot for total bill on different days. So what is it useful for, you may ask? Well, when I look at this data, I can easily say people spend a bit higher on Saturdays and then Sundays. Fridays are not really busy anyways, and not much money is spent. A very quick summary. Let's go back, make a new Jupyter notebook, give it a proper name because that's what we do as data scientists. This is number 7, and that's for strip plots. If you want to follow along with me, you are more than welcome to download the code and the data in the link in the description below. Import Seaborn as SNS. SNS is the alias name for Seaborn. Import NumPy as NP in case I need it. I want to use the restaurant data, sns.load data set function. So, and tips. If you've been following my videos, you will know that Seaborn has a couple of data sets free for us to use. So I'm using the tips data set, which is the restaurant data set. Tips.head. Let's look at the 5 top rows. We have the total bill, the tip amount, sex, smoker, day, time, and size. So what I can tell you really quickly is that the sex variable, the smoker variable, the day variable, and the time variable are categorical variables because they have categories. So if I use sns.catplot, which if we look at the diagram is the top function for categorical visualization, I can use the cat plot and I'll say the data is called the tips. I want the day to be on the x-axis and y is the total bill. Let's run this. So very quickly, you can see that I generated the exact same plot that I was showing from the Google search. We have the amount of money spent in this restaurant over Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The other thing I can do is that I know that there are 2 types of customers. There are female customers and male customers. If I were to change the colors to be able to understand how much money are females spending, how much money are males spending on which days, I can simply say set the hue to sex. Now I have a legend that says blue are the males, orange are the females, and I can see on Thursdays they pretty much spend the same amount of money in general. On Fridays, Male customers seemed to spend just a bit higher than females, and Saturdays and Sundays, again, pretty much the same. Males are spending a bit more. But if you don't want them plotted on top of each other, you can change the hue to coal. What it will do, it will produce one for male customers on the left and one for female customers on the right. So I only use coal parameter, which is for column. I'm getting two columns, one for male, one for female. If I wanted to get them in two rows, I just need to change column to row, and I will get them stacked on top of each other. I don't know how this would be useful for this example, but I'm just trying to show you that this is how you can make it. One of the really important parameters that can be set on a cat plot for strip plots is the amount of jitter in the scatterness of the points for each category. What it means, now you can see for Thursday, the data is very much in a columnar shape, and they're not really mingled with the Friday data, which is really cool, and we don't want them to mix up. But let me show you, if you set the jitter of the data to probably 10, which is a huge number of data, you can see that everything is just commingled. Everything is mixed, and I don't know what is Thursday data, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I believe the default value is way lower than that. So let's set it to 0.1, and you can see that the jitter is very reasonable. If I make it even less, and if I say 0.25, you will see that it's very, very squished to be sitting on top of each other. Then what I would like you to take away from here is that you gotta choose your jitter reasonable so that the visualization can be easily described and explain to other people. In a future video, I'm going to show you how to make box plots in Seaborn. But really quickly, if I were to plot these on top of a box plot, what I can do, I'm just going to copy this, put it here, and change the kind to be box, change the kind to be box. What it will give me, a box plot, and is to plot the strip plot on top of the box plot. You can't then use the cat plot, the overall function of categorical data. You need to use the function strip plot and the function box plot to be able to overlap them. So let me show you how. Let's just copy this. I'm just going to go down, paste it here. I'm not going to use cat plot. I'm going to use box plot, and this is going to give me a box plot. And then right underneath, let's paste the other one. And I want to use the strip plot of the same and run that. I don't need two legends. Legends come from the hue parameters. So because I have two hue parameters here, I'm getting two legends here. Just going to get rid of one of them. I don't need two. And what I can see here is that I have one legend, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, blue for male, and green and orange for female population. So this is where this type of plot comes really handy. Let me just get rid of the hue for the top one as well. Let's just imagine I don't care about the male or female. I just want to understand what is the total bill amount of this restaurant on each day. I can see that on Thursdays, there are a lot of people who are spending between $12 to $20. They're just a bit spending more on Fridays, but less people are visiting because I can actually see the markers. Saturdays are busy. People spend a good amount of money, between 15 to 25 people, and there are heaps of visitors because there are more green markers here, and so forth. So this is how this type of plot comes really handy, because not only you can see the distribution, but you can see the number of markers on that plot. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the continuation of Seaborn series, because I'm going to take you through into more combinations of plots, and also I'm going to tell you how to present your data to your audience. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to be notified when I post videos. Thank you.